Now it's time for your news break. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Derek Brizendine with the Daily Star Journal's Newsbreak. We start today's show with a couple of updates from wrecks that occurred last week. The Missouri State Highway Patrol confirmed 58-year-old Charles M. Smarr of Clinton died following a one-vehicle wreck on Highway 13 near the Route JJ intersection at 1:44 Friday afternoon. Following the mail and dump truck collision on September 11th, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reports 80-year-old Claude D. Parrott died Thursday. Smarr and Parrott are the 10th and 11th deaths on county roads this year, tying the total set in 2016. They are the 3rd and 4th deaths on county roads in the last 3 weeks. The parents of a teenager killed in a traffic crash in March 2016 filed a wrongful death suit in Johnson County Circuit Court against the Missouri Department of Transportation and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission. The suit alleges unsafe road conditions led to the wreck at U.S. Highway 50 and Missouri 131 that killed 14-year-old Shirley Tran. Also named as a defendant is Mary Pierce, who drove the vehicle that collided with the vehicle in which Tran rode. In sports, it was a busy sports weekend around Johnson County. We kicked things off Friday afternoon on the Diamond as Warrensburg faced Sadie Parks and the Noster Lady Panthers in the University of Central Missouri Invitational. We picked things up in the second inning as Sadie Parks hits a grounder that goes through the legs of Warrensburg shortstop Sidney Zink. Noster coach Mark Carey took a chance as he sent Whitney Davy home on the air. Left fielder Elizabeth Nimmer's throw is just high, and the gamble pays off as Noster goes up 1-0. Controversy ensues in the top of the 6th, with runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Warrensburg's Brandy Van Blarkum appears to drive in the game-tying run, but the field umpire stops the play following contact between shortstop Jessica Sater and runner Sydney Otto. The umpire calls Otto out for the interference. Noster gets out of the jam and hangs on to win 1-0.
You know, we're having trouble scoring runs this year. If you look at all of our scores, you know, they're 1, 2, maybe if we can get to 4, you know, it's a good game for us. So we're gonna have to start taking chances left and right. And we knew she had a hose in left field, but you know, you got to take chances at this point in time. It's tough to score runs, so
do the best you can do, and I know my team's gonna back me up, so I knew we had it.
After the win, Noster failed at Centralia 3-2 before Warrensburg got its shot at Centralia, and it was the Macy Kinconnon show to close the day. Not only did the Oklahoma State verbal commit get the job done in the circle, but she helped herself out at the plate also. In the top of the 3rd, with 1 on and no outs, Kinconnon gives the Lady Tigers the lead with a 2-run shot, her 8th of the year. Don't blink though, because 1 inning later, she hits number 9, a 3-run shot to put Warrensburg up 5-1. Skylar Pigman helps increase the lead in the 5th with an RBI single as Warrensburg went on to win 7-2 and took the number 1 seed in Pool A, while Noster took the 2 seed. Visit us online for a full recap of weekend softball action. After a couple hours of break, it was time for high school Friday night football action. We start things in Centerview for a thriller between undefeated Crestridge and 3-1 Wellington Napoleon. The game was back and forth all night, as it is Logan Williams with a sack on Avery Matthews on this play. Here, Matthews has time, but Lane Woody finds himself on the end of the pass to give the Tigers the ball. Crestridge threatening once again in the first quarter, but Scout Schallberg's defense breaks up the would-be touchdown pass. That is not the last time Schallberg would give the Cougars trouble in the first frame, as he adds a touchdown at the end of the first quarter. But the game was far from over, as the Cougars went on to win 24-16 in quadruple overtime.
I owe my line everything. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have scored at all.
We want to go defense first, and you know, it's just back and forth, got a couple stops, and then you know, we got that ever important, got a big play here by Avery tackling their quarterback out of bounds, you know, that last overtime. It was just a fun ball game, you know. I just can't get out of my thoughts right now.
We head south now as Chilhowie went for the school's single-season win record of 4 during a rematch with Northwest Hughesville for homecoming. Late in the second half, backup quarterback Ryan Chamberlain heaves the ball down the field and finds Hunter Teeter for 6 to give us a halftime score of 42-20 Chilhowie. At the intermission, junior Peyton Harness and senior Breck Stamper were named homecoming king and queen. After the halftime festivities concluded, Chilhowie came out with a spark in the second half as Alec Patterson kept it for one of his 5 rushing touchdowns as the Indians went on to win 58-34. Following the game, the teams came together for a prayer for Northwest quarterback Gage Stout, who left the game in the second quarter with an apparent leg injury.
Feels great. It feels great. Obviously, we feel like that this team is something for us that we haven't had before. I don't think that really, to be honest with you, we're ready to go against some of the better teams. Our execution just has been okay for us. I was a little unhappy last week, and I'm still really, to be honest with you, unhappy. We didn't improve in some of the areas we did. The one good thing that I liked about tonight was we got a lot of the young kids in.
To the scoreboard now, the visiting team spoiled homecomings for Noster and Holden as Carrollton defeated Noster 28-6 and Lexington blanked Holden 28-0. In the final Johnson County-based action of the night, we head just past the county line to Clinton as Warrensburg took on West Central Conference foe Clinton. Second quarter, Ajiah Sheridan finds Dalton Nappy to tie the game at 13. The Tigers evade trouble as the first half draws to a close as Sheridan throws an interception, but his teammates pick him up to keep it 13-13 at the half. The Warrensburg defense would not be shown up though, as Cole Kesselall helps Wyatt Hill record the sack. With about 4.5 minutes left in the third now, Sheridan keeps it for himself to go up 21-13 after the 2-point conversion. Clinton kept chipping away though and ties it here, but Warrensburg walked away with a 27-21 victory for its first conference win. To Saturday now as Central Missouri played host to Missouri Western at Walton Stadium. First quarter, Devontae Turner from 7 yards out makes it 6-3 UCM. Missouri Western hung tight though as Joshua Caldwell reaches out to make it 10-6 Griffins. The offensive were explosive for the most part on Saturday, putting up a combined 110 total points. Brooke Boyles finds Kerryon Parker for 6 of them on this play as UCM jumps ahead 13-10. Another touchdown pass here from Boyles to Kyle Eccles makes it 20-10 Mules. Derek Gray Jr. from 8 yards out makes it a 2017 ballgame. Missouri Western managed a 46-yard field goal to tie the game at 20 as the half drew to a close. A pair of back-to-back turnovers by both teams in the third swings momentum once again as Caldwell capitalizes for the Griffins to make it 30-27 Missouri Western. UCM regains the lead here thanks to a Turner touchdown and never let it go as the Mules won 66-44.
I mean, it was a great game, hard fought. We kind of had to pick up the defense this time, unlike the last two games where they kind of picked us up. But, it was a fun game. We came out ready to play.
We wanted to run the ball, jump on them, and that's exactly what we did. We dominated up front and just had a great bounce back week from last week.
First of all, really happy about the win, We had a tough game on the road last week and kind of got gut punched. Reality check, to use a trite statement.
To the pool now, as on Wednesday, Warrensburg senior Patrick Finan qualified for state in the 50-yard freestyle, and fellow senior Josh Terrell qualified on Saturday in the 100-yard backstroke. Crest Ridge's Hayden Ridge is our September 4th through 9th Male Athlete of the Week for his 2-touchdown performance against Ork, and Madison Shackelford is our Female Athlete of the Week as she has started the season batting .636. Looking ahead now with our new sponsor Tony's and Tony's Market for the September 11th through 16th High School Athlete of the Week. On the guys side, we have Crest Ridge's Matthew Reynolds for his game-ending interception against Wellington Napoleon, and Patrick Finan for his state qualifying time in the 50-yard freestyle. On the girls' side, we have Warrensburg's Macy Kinconnon for hitting home runs 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 on the season throughout the week, and Warrensburg freshman Tabby Bolt for finishing second at the Blue Springs Invitational to help the Lady Tigers to a first-place finish. That's all we have for you now. Find more news and feature stories in Tuesday's Daily Star Journal. Thanks for watching.